out loud. Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Kick it away to start. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Clemson.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly,
he's looking deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
That's reeled in. It's slow. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Moore will throw. Unloads it left. It's complete. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
and this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Running back searching for a hole. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was payday.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's random. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Ready to dial in some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. He breaks a tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down.
And when you call the quarterback sneak, you're thinking, I'm going to fall forward and get at least a yard, but Palmer, that defensive line got in there, and the QB got nothing.
He's got to do a better job with the snap count, too, and try to catch the defense when they're napping. Right there, everybody was set and ready, and one more of those type plays, and this dude's losing his quarterback sneak privileges.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They said, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Klubnik. They've got the screen set up. There he goes. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. Plows through the defense. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
The Tigers started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll try the run, and he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
The throw to the outside is complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The play action fake. Lets it go to the end zone. Kick! Oh, what a play by this defense.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game.
Trying to take it back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Moore to the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Casper. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy.
You can tell the quarterback didn't do a good job with his eyes. You got to look people off. You got to make sure you move those safeties with your eyes by opening up or pump faking one direction. He didn't do a good job there. The safety capitalized, makes the big INT.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are...
Snags it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. The first thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration, stopping the quarterback sneak in its tracks.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Quarterback sneaks it ahead. Scores on the sneak.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't... got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield, just like right there, and create a TFO.
Moore will throw. Fires to the right. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed inbounds.
With the catch, it's Stewart. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. The running back has it. And some room to work. Hits the afterburners. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and try to do some business. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's got some space. solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Randall. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Got it set up on the outside. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it there was...
Going downfield for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. It's first down from the 37-yard line. Gets the back moving. Wants to throw on first down. Going to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got a man. It's Randall. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. It gets an explosive play for this offense.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Here's a heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Makes the grab on the left.
That is how you play defense. You drop back, you let him catch the football, you go attack, you don't let him break tackles. Really nice execution by the defense.
On fourth down, they'll try to get something out of this drive before the end of the half. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to pass, it's Klubnik. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Coming out with it, it's Whittington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Motion from the wideout. He'll start this third quarter with a run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football.
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Now on first down from the 30. To the air on first down. Buys a little extra time. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got the first down. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
This is what's so hard as a defense, trying to stop this dual threat quarterback. Because on the previous play, he hurt you with his arm. And then on this one, he hurts you with his feet. They're going to have to do a better job of getting pressure on him, making him get rid of the football or go down with it. Because his speed and his arm talent right now is a problem.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Hughes. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Turner. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively, I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
He's going to let it go. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. Clemson is quick to the line. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it. And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback up.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And the Tigers have their offense in high gear. Back to pass, it's Klubnik. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
And this QB started to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. They want to throw it. Makes the grab. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're just down 6. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. Fights off a defender. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls into it.
Shakes off the defender. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Takes the handoff. It's Whittington. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Zings it complete to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes a third down situation, and the defense hasn't been able to slow them down. Got the quick pass. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Snap to the back. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop it.
Breaks into the open. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
On the snap, it's Whittington. Knocked out of bounds at the 7-yard line. The big run's going to make it first and goal.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep running the football. Everything is going according to plan right now. They've been able to stay on the field. They've put some nice plays together back to back to back, and they're bleeding the clock. This is exactly what you practice for situations like this. Just keep doing what you're doing.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he is stopped. Not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. And they'll try it again after getting nothing on 2nd down. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off.
Touchdown Ducks! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Wants to throw. It's Klubnik. On the move to his left. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then Goodnick.
He'll take a deep shot here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense
unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they...
Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the 1st down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge.
Throws toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but
he'll take a shot. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the first to keep the drive alive. QB's got to be...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Back to throw, it's Klubnik. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give as they work on that clock.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield. It's low. There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
And I love the offense, man. Staying aggressive, doing what you need to do, pushing the ball down the field, still willing to throw the football late in this game. I just don't like the ending. Man, don't step out of bounds. Let that clock run. Try to get out of here with a W.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to send it downfield. Makes the grab inside the 30. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Ducks will try to run out the clock in this final minute. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
They didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make